the amount of skins that you've got to wear if somebody criticizes you, when someone says to you, don't take it personally. It's like, well, I'm sorry, I'm a woman. Everything I do is for a purpose and for a reason. I'm taking it personally. I can't help it. I've found it very difficult myself that if I'm in for something, I'm in 100%. I'm not in for 50% or 70%. I'm in, you've got me, you know, you've 100% got me. So if I'm not going to start taking it personally, then you need to start worrying, because I'm not going to be a very good employee. I'm going to take everything I do whilst I'm on the, you know, at work, in my family life, whatever. I'm going to have to give 100%. Otherwise, I feel like I'm cheating myself, never mind whoever I'm working with. And I think women with the thicker skin, it's hard. It's a hard balance. It's such a hard balance to be resilient constantly, because we attack our own as well, don't we? At the end of the day, you know, women can attack each other as well. So it's really hard balance to do.
I mean, that does lead us nicely onto resilience, doesn't it? You know, we talked about that earlier, about how, you know, what does resilience mean to you? You know, what does it mean to you at the moment?
I think resilience is from myself more than the outside world. I think that the resilience of what you've been through, people forget to recognise what they've done already. I think that's been my learn over the last 6 months, is proving your own resilience by looking back at yourself, not by anybody else's measuring stick. If you can look back and go, well, you were resilient then, and you got through that, and you never thought you were going to get through that, and everybody told you probably that you're not going to get through that, and you're not going to exceed, and you know you've done it, you can automatically almost empower yourself without looking for that external measuring stick.
Yeah, absolutely. So what would be your 5 things that you think that could make somebody more resilient?
So on resilience is the old easy one, which is stop, breathe for a moment. So just take a breath. Do not react. Do not do anything that they expect you to do. So just stop and say, right, okay, I'm just gonna have a thought about that. Or even in your own head, I'd say think about it, sleep on it if you could, and quickly weigh up the pros and cons and who's measuring you and why. So I'd analyse. So first of all, I'd take a breath and stop. I'd analyse the situation. Is this person actually going to matter, and is this person a true influencer in my life, for work or for my own personal life? Is it all an imagination? Is it all in my imagination that this person can change my life tomorrow for the better or for the good? I'd also then probably discuss, which is probably something that I've not done before, because I'd like to go into hermit mode too long. So with the analysing, I've probably analysed everything to the nth degree, so that it's not made to be resilient. And then sometimes just trust yourself that when you're in a discussion, you don't have to take that advice. You can listen to it, and you can take 5% of that advice and still be grateful, but only take 5% and say, okay, I'm going to take 5% from quite a few different people, and it's going to come up and it's going to give me a solution. Allow yourself to be angry privately. Don't deny yourself that emotion. Would be my 4th. Go and have a cry. Go and have a tantrum privately, so you can keep yourself to really stop yourself from sabotaging for too long. Because if you keep bottling up that moment of I shouldn't be doing this, I shouldn't be doing this, I believe that you're kind of pushing it down too far, that it's going to come up at some point in time. So yeah, push it down, get it up, get it crying. And then lastly, I'd also go intuition. Do you really, really believe that after all those elements that you're going through, probably sometimes in about 5 or 6 seconds that all happens, that decision making, go with intuition and go with your gut. Because even though it's not a tangible item, it's usually right. It's usually right either to say, shut up, this does not matter, or I'm going ahead, or I know what I'm going to be doing in the next 24 hours or week. I'm either off, I'm on, or, you know, I'm going to shut up. I was going to swear then. I'm going to shut up. So yeah, 5th one, listen to your intuition or your gut.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I mean, they're all. It's it's about listening to that internal voice, isn't it, and trusting it. Like you're saying, intuition. Is it true? Is it something you want to listen to? How influential are these people in your life? And really, in questioning it and thinking, the 80%, 80% are maybe or not. So yeah, I think that's a really good summary, and it's about the internal strength, isn't it, of that person and that belief. I mean, I've put a few notes down about what I thought it was as well. It is about that person. I mean, I've got 5. So for me, it started off like you, self-belief.
Yeah.
I would stick to that core, know yourself, know your values, and stick to it no matter what. So there's all this stuff going on outside of us, isn't there?
Yeah.
But it's about being sort of quite sturdy in the wind, I guess.
I like that. I like that a lot, Jo.
Yeah. Keep into that path. Keep it. Your values. You're good. You're good enough, and all of that lot. And I'm just going to keep myself sturdy in all of this.
Yeah.
And I think the second one will be, it's the stories we tell ourselves, isn't it? Be mindful of the stories we tell ourselves, each other.
Yeah.
Again, it's I'm okay. Tell yourself things are okay. I'm okay. I'm not a bad person. Therefore, I can weather this storm. I can get through everything. I've got the strength, and it's all about that self-talk.
Yeah. I agree.
And then I've got a third one, which was bounce back.
I like that. Bounce back is very good.
Things don't always go to plan. So, okay, what have I learned from that? Back up again. I'm standing up. I'm resilient.
Yeah, I like that.
And then I don't think you can be resilient. So my number 4 would be self-care, because I don't think you can be resilient unless you're feeling strong yourself. And it's going back to the basics, isn't it? It's eating well, sleeping enough, hydrating, all those just really basic things, exercising, and so you feel good inside, so that you're more strong and resilient. Because when you're feeling a little bit under par because you haven't had a good night's sleep, or you haven't ate so well, or whatever's going on, it's really hard to be as strong and to be as mindful. And then I think my 5th one relates to one that you said, Carolyn, was about questioning it. Don't take everything at face value. We see things on the news that could make us all want to just sort of hide in a room for a few months.
In the corner, rocking.
We're just out of the house. I'm not doing this. Nothing's going to happen. But you have to sort of question and say, all right, they've had that to say. However, on another level, there's things to be done, isn't there? So so I think there's quite.
I like them. I do. I think you bounce back. When you said bounce back, it is literally the old saying of, if you fall off the horse, get back on it straight away. And it is literally, sometimes you just got to, haven't you?
Yeah.
Straight away, just go for it and think, that was one. Because it's in that day, isn't it? That one day can be such a terrible, terrible day. You're not making the right decisions anyway, are you? So your resilient levels, going from what your 5 points are, you're right, because if you've not slept, you've not nourished enough and everything, your resilient levels are pretty low. So you're going to go into attack mode anyway, aren't you, naturally, rather than thinking, well, no, I'm going to stick with my smart head and I'm going to, catch you later on this one. I'm not going to make a decision right now. Catch you later. Yeah. Smile and wave. Bye. Just watch it, that sort of thing. What do the teenagers do? They go like this or whatever, but it's like, you can see where all these mannerisms come from, because that's what we're thinking. Maybe look a bit older doing them, but that's what we're thinking, really, isn't it?
Yeah. I'll save that one.
Yeah. Watch this space. I mean, I was saying to a friend earlier, if your mom said to you that you can't do anything ever in your life, and I'm taking this as a generalistic sort of point of view, and the women, because I am a little bit power to the women, if a mom said to you, you can't do that, it automatically gave you the fire in your belly and like, oh, watch this fleming space then, mum, because I'm going to go and do it. Where on the opposite side, if your mum says, why don't you go and do that today? Why don't you go and do it now? And you then say, I think I'll wait. I think I'll wait. I think I'll wait. The frustration from mums is almost like, why are you waiting? What are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? You know, so the dynamic in your brain sort of says, well, why am I waiting? And if she had said, you can't do it, then that would have made me so angry that I'm going to go and do it anyway. I'm going to do my rebellious streak. But actually, why are you waiting? You know, so my brain the other day was like, what are you waiting for? What are you waiting for?
Often it's permission.
Be resilient against yourself a bit more, a bit like, yeah, your parents would never want to really stop you doing anything, really, unless it was completely dangerous and unethical. But we do it ourselves. It's like, oh, I'll wait till tomorrow, I'll wait for then, I'll wait for then. And also if they did say I can't or you can't, they'd be like, right,
we'll see about that.
And it is, isn't it? It's the dialogue in your own head, like you said right at the beginning of your point. It's like the dialogue in your head, the stories that we tell ourselves.
Yeah, it is.
So yeah,
we wait for permission for all kinds of things.
Yeah,
from?
Yeah.
You know, we
I
make
don't
it,
know.
oh, well, you know, that person hasn't given me permission. No, you haven't given yourself permission.